Okay, I'm currently on my way to do something I keep telling myself I don't do, but I keep finding myself in this position. I've only ever got a good photograph of an aurora by accident. I was out photographing Milky Way, that kind of thing, and it happened to pop up at the time. So I've never been an aurora chaser. Last couple of times that I've actually tried to do that, because of predictions, it's nothing eventuated. For some reason this morning I decided to do a little bit of looking online to see about the activity and just judging whether it was worth going away. And I sort of didn't want to find anything because it's 40 degrees today. It's dropped down a little bit now, but 40 degrees maximum. Really stinking hot. Not the kind of weather you want to go camping in. But I had a look and all the reports were coming in of a massive solar activity. So much so I was driving home from my mother's and it was on the news. They actually were mentioning potential aurora activity on the news. And reports are coming in of a really high strength solar activity over the next couple of days. So I'm going to give it a go, fingers crossed. I'm heading out to a place that, yeah, I know some people will know, but it wouldn't be one of the regular popular locations that people, or destinations that people tend to go to for aurora spotting. That's usually down south, places like Lake Clifton, and just masses of people just all turn up and they got their lights on and nightmare stuff. Where I'm going, it's a large salt lake system, or large lake system that becomes salt lakes, and there's a lot of area there with a good view south. So I'm heading out there. I've got my favourite little camping spot. Hope I've got it all to myself. And if anyone else shows up, hopefully they can be considerate. But fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. And how things change rapidly out here in this warmer weather. Last few videos ago I was walking out in water and up to my knees, and now look at it. We're in real Salt Lake territory now, and I was hoping to get some reflections if we do see the aurora, but I'm going to have to head out a fair way, and I don't know what the bottom's going to be like. Sometimes it gets very, very sticky, but we'll find out. Well, it's a bit of a trek. I don't think I'm going to get near the water, but we have got some interesting pressure ridges here, so I might aim at working with that. So that way, so if we get any aurora action, that's where it's likely to be. So I guess this is what we're going to work with. Bit of a trek now. It's getting a bit squishy, so I'm glad I brought my shower with me because I suspect I'm going to have very muddy feet by the end of tonight. A handy gadget for when you're scouting these sorts of locations, I find, is a good GPS watch. So when you find a spot, to find it again in the dark where everything looks different, you just set up a track me function and follow the breadcrumbs back when you reload that location, and it takes you back exactly to where you were. Okay, that was nasty. I walked out through the salt crust and into the salt lake to see if I could get some reflections in the water further out, and couldn't get there, but didn't realize how sharp and nasty the salt can get. So I'm going to wash off now because I've got horrible sticky black mud and God knows how many cuts from the salt. Ow! Oh, ow. Yeah, that hurts. Hopefully the salt will counteract any infection from the revolting mud. Oh. But yeah, this is why I bring the shower. Well, that was a chance. And turned out remarkably well. Kind of a whim. Thought it might be a good chance at an aurora, and my God, that was spectacular. Really was amazing. Yes, you could see it with the naked eye, but you couldn't see the colours. But you could see the beams, you could see the curtains, you could see all the striations. It was amazing. So definitely worth coming out this trip, this time. So yeah, that was great. Ran into some friends as well who came by, who happened to be here. Crazy. Wandered out into the salt lake, breaking through the crust to try and get some reflections, but I couldn't get to the water. But breaking through the crust and into the mud, I've cut up all the lower part of my legs. So that was interesting, but that's what I try and do. So all in all, pretty amazing. Really enjoyed that. Kind of spectacular standing under that sky. Everyone else had left when it kicked off again, so I had the moment to myself for a while, which was special. And I should be eating right now. It's after midnight, but yeah, I'm tired, and yeah, I just need to sleep. But yeah, an amazing night. I've left one of my action cameras down there to get some more time lapses. I had 3 cameras running to get time lapses, which are also taking high resolution stills. So gonna have some great video and some great still shots. So yeah, that was really enjoyable. For a change, chasing an aurora worked. Right, well, that was a great night. It really put on a show. So was not disappointed this time. I walked out on the salt lake to try and get to some water, and I was just breaking through the crust and sinking into the mud, and didn't realize, but the salt was cutting up my ankles the entire time. So it's a bit painful this morning. So now I am going to get myself some food prepared, basically by getting my little food warmer here and putting some what kind of chicken is it? Let's try that again, eh? So for kind of a brunch, I'm going to heat up some chicken adobo in my little food warmer here, and heat that up while I'm on the road. Never have I been so happy to be have my cynicism proven to be wrong. We had a magnificent night of aurora. Got some greens in there as well, yellows, purples, reds, all the colours. Sort of came in 2 sessions, I guess you could say. An early one, then it seemed to stop, and then I decided to keep the cameras running because when I was looking on the back of on the screen, it's like, no, it's still happening. So that was pretty magnificent. For the first time, I've gone out to capture an aurora and actually got one. And had 2 cameras, my Sony cameras, running time lapses. So I'll have heaps of still frames, but also some time lapses to show for it, which will be absolutely great. Unfortunately, I didn't get any reflections. I couldn't get out far enough onto the lake. I just kept sinking through the salt crust into this black, filthy, smelly mud, and the salt was actually cutting into my legs, which I've noticed this morning are covered in little marks and stinging like hell from the salt. But all in all, absolutely worth it this time. I probably won't make a habit of chasing auroras. I prefer more reliable things, but this time round, absolutely great. It was funny because a few people were there, sort of off in the distance. I could see their lights moving out around the lake, and some friends dropped in. Sheer coincidence. And then I saw all the cars leaving and everything else around just before midnight. Everyone sort of packed up and went away, and that's when I kept the cameras running, and it all came back again. Great big sheets right up into the sky. Just with the naked eye, you couldn't see the colour, but you could see the those sheets. It was magnificent, and I was literally just shouting at the sky in joy, with no one around. But yeah, it was magic.